Bonani? Am I audible?
Yes, Chair.
Oh, okay, thanks. Am I audible? Committee Secretary?
Yes, Chair.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Oh, okay, thanks. Am I audible? Committee
We have
Secretary?
a total of 98.
Yes, Chair.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Okay, thanks. Am I audible? Committee
We
Secretary?
have a total
Okay.
of
The names of people who withdrew were circulated by the Secretariat. Members have the names of the people who withdrew. And now we have 98 candidates left. We have adopted the criteria for who qualifies to be a member of the South African Human Rights Commission. One we have taken from the Act itself, and we have just further elaborated on some of the criteria just to help us with the shortlisting and even with the interviews as to who are we looking for. So can I have a discussion? How many people should we shortlist? Members, are you there?
We're there, Chair. We're just thinking.
Okay.
Honorable Horn and I are together. We're using one computer. Just so that I can remind him who I am. You understand?
Maybe, as you are thinking, maybe what we can do is just to have people nominating. And I think once people have nominated, I think that will guide us. But members should nominate based on that particular criteria. Will that be easier?
10, maybe 12.
Chair, if there are 4 vacancies, I'm not sure that we need to nominate more than sort of 10 people.
Is it? No, I don't think it's 4. Is it not 5, 1?
5. Okay, well then 12 people.
Chair, I propose that we make at least 14.
Nora's got nothing to do again.
Chair, my hand was up, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, no, sorry, members. I did not. Sorry, it's Honorable Ngola, Honorable Jail, Honorable Ramulubeng in that order.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Chair.
Chairperson?
Yes, Honorable.
Yeah,
Mr.
maybe. I think it's 6 members, if I remember correctly, that were supposed to be.
Yes, it's 6.
It's 6 vacancies, yeah.
6 vacancies, okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to correct, Chair. That's
Okay.
firstly what I wanted to correct. And I propose, Chair, that if we're looking for 6 people, we then be fair and say maybe let's take about 14 candidates for shortlisting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And I can proceed nominating, Chair, if I'm allowed.
No, we'll come back to that. Let me first take the hands that are up, then we'll come back to the actual nomination. Honorable Jelle.
Thank you very much, Chair. I think let me align myself with Comrade Ngola. 14. Chair,
14. Thank you very much, Honorable Ramulubeng.
Good morning, Chair, and let me also concede to 14. Thank you.
14. I think Honorable Pretemba, we were under the impression it's 4, and now it's 6. So 14, I don't think would be much of a problem to you.
No, Chair, if there are 6 vacancies, then I'll quite happy with 14. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Chairperson,
Maybe let's start.
Chair,
Romano?
maybe just to indicate that we are looking for 4 full-time and 2 part-time commissioners.
Yes, but the criteria covers both. So if you're nominating in terms of criteria, it covers both. You have to fit that criteria. It's 4 full-time and 2 part-time. So let's proceed, members. Let's start. Honorable Ngola, you said wanted to start.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chair, I want to proceed and nominate the name of Dr. T. Madlingozi, who was a progressive academic in the country, whose stature in society is not questionable. Even when we advertise the CVs for public comment, you really do not find issues surrounding his name. And I think, Chair, now that we have agreed that the commission needs to be rescued, I think it does possess the necessary capacity for that rescue that we're looking for. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
I like the rescue.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ngola. Honorable Ramolube.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to nominate Advocate Sandra Makosha, based in Limpopo. She's a young female who also equally has served on a pro bono assisting victims of gender-based violence. So I think it would be best that we equally have her to resuscitate the commission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ramolube. Advocate Sandra Makosha has also been nominated together with Professor Madlingos. Honorable Nevot Tuchan.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I see that all the current commissioners were nominated too, so I would like to put forward 4 to be shortlisted. And those 4 we have Advocate Gam, JB Sibanyoni, Professor Majola, and Chris Nissen. I would like to put forward as nominations too. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Nevot Tuchan is putting forward that the current commissioners should be considered for shortlisting as they are already serving. I don't see any further names. Any further nominations?
Chair,
Yes, Honorable Maseko Chele.
Chair, I nominate the name of Ms. Zetnzo. She is where I am, Chair. Can I just say she's nominated by the National Council of the Persons with Disability, and also the name of Mr. K.R. Diele, also South African Deaf Youth Development Organization Chair. I think my reasons are that, Chair, they qualify according to their CVs. And one other thing, Chair, is that they are being nominated by these organizations that we also feel that we need to take cognizance of making sure that such organization, they have their people that they represent in these institutions. So without going into details of their CVs, because we all have them, can I have those two names, Chair? Thank you.
Honorable Ramulube.
Chair, did you receive my nominations?
Yes, I think the Secretariat is noting all the names.
Thank you, Chair.
But I am concerned. Sorry, Honorable Ramulube, I'm concerned about your motivation. It should not be about the representation of organizations. It should be about the individuals as fitting the criteria.
No, Chair, they do fit the criteria. Chair, it's just that, like I said, that I'm not in a position to elaborate more on those ones, but they do fit the criteria. They are capable. I think Ms. Zoe is a young woman, and then she can, the qualifications, she qualifies, Chair. And the other one, thank you, Chair. There's a lot of noise of a flight that passing here. My apologies for that inconvenience.
Honorable Ramulube.
Chair, thank you. I got worried now when you are dealing with Honorable Jele's motivation. That will mine be proper. Chair, I would like to put forward the names of Ms. Guinana, who is nominated by the South African Women Lawyers Association to represent them in the Human Rights Commission as a commissioner. I would equally want to nominate Mr. K.R. Tiele, who is also nominated by the Deaf Youth Development Organization to represent the deaf community, Chair. Thank you.
Members, I think Mr. Diallo has already been nominated by Honorable Jele, but I will still appeal that in your motivation, people would not be, they'll be, as members of the South African Human Rights Commission, they'll be representing all South Africans. The fact that they are nominated by a certain organization, that person will not be representing only that constituency, but he or she will be there representing all South Africans. So I think it's important for the record. Is that understood, members?
Understood, Chair.
Indeed, Chair.
Thank you.
Noted, Chair.
Thank you very much. Are there any other nominations? Honorable Breitenbach, are you not nominating?
I'm still giving it some thought, Chair.
Okay.
But go ahead. If you reach the 14 before I nominate, I'm quite happy with that. I don't know any of these people well, and I've been through the CVs, but nothing strikes me as particularly appropriate.
Yes. Yes, other nominations?
Chair, if you can be reminded how many we have now?
Yes. Secretary, how many do we have now?
We have 8.
Chair, we are sitting at 9.
9.
Yeah? Okay. Who's number 9, Mr. Ramano?
Number 9 is Miss Ian B. Quinan.
So,
Honorable Chair, can I propose the name of Boshoff?
Bishop from the Public Service Commission.
Yes.
So Bishop has been nominated. Any further nominations? I think Mr. Horn must not stay next to Honorable Breitenbach again. He does not participate well when he is with Honorable Breitenbach.
Oh, bueno.
We have too few names, members. Things as they stand, there will be very little competition, which will not be good.
Oh, Chair, you haven't nominated anyone yet.
Chair, I'm ready to nominate.
Okay.
Chair,
Honorable Mola?
I'm not sure, Chair, if Mr. Jason has already been nominated, but if not, I wish to nominate Mr. Jason and Aseza Gungubele.
Mr. Jason and Mr. Gungubele have been nominated.
Chair,
Mr. Romano?
I don't know. Yeah, are we talking about Mr. G son or Jason?
Honorable Mola? Honorable Mola?
Chair, can you hear me?
No. Is it Mr. Jason or Jason?
Mr. Jason.
Mr. Jason.
Okay.
Okay.
So we don't. I don't think we have that candidate. The only one that I have is the grandson.
Yes, it's Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant, thank you.
So, okay, so it's a G.
It's a G, yes. Are we done with nominations? Honorable Stephen Swart?
I'm covered, Chair. Thank you.
You're covered, okay. Is there a move out for us to close nominations?
Chair, Honorable
Chair,
and Ubodile
Honorable
also.
So, Honorable Nibotrogen?
Yes, Chair. Can I put forward, I don't know the person because I've been struggling to download the CVs, but because he is nominated by Vedo Play community, he's from a local Playthorn community. So it's the local area. Let me just find Mr. V. Seymour. Mr. V. Seymour.
Mr.
If I can add him to the list. I will check his CV again, but yeah. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Breitenbach.
Oh, okay.
Chair, sorry, I was just telling you that the Honorable Kubodile has got his hand up.
Oh, okay. Okay, Honorable Judge.
So I was going to raise the name of Mr. Vernon Seymour, but Honorable has already raised. I supported the name.
Okay, thank you. How many names now? Bonani, how many names?
Chair, I think we are sitting at 13 names now. 10, 11, 12, 13.
So there is no further nomination. Can we close nominations?
Yes.
I support that, Chair. We said between 12 and 14, so 13 is fine.
Thank you. Any objections? No objections. The motion is agreed to. So we have 13 names that are going to go for screening. And then what will be the next process, Bonani?
Yes, sir, we will do the screening and then verification of qualifications. And thereafter, it will be the interviews.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. So are we going to publicize the names?
No, Chair, since we have already done that.
We've already done that. Okay, thank you very much. So what is the time frame we give to SSA to do all of this?
Chair, I would suggest that since we've got more than 10, then we give them 2 weeks.
How many?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I am concerned about the number of females nominated. Out of 13, there are only 3 females. Can't we add another one?
Chair, if we're short of women, we can nominate the Honorable Janky.
This one is playing.
It's a serious issue, members. The issue of gender equality, we must at all times try and promote it. Can we really look for another female who qualifies? Honorable Judge, is that is a new hand? Is that a new hand or an old hand?
No, it's an old hand, Chair.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Now, there seems to be no further nominations. Can we proceed now to the next item? I think before we move to the cannabis bill, we have received a number of letters. One is from Judge Motata, and then there is another one that was circulated yesterday afternoon from Judge Slope. And then we also have a letter that was received last week or early this week from the Chief Justice. Have all members received the 3 letters?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who did not receive the letters? No one. Can we start with the letter of the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice General, in summary, is that they are, in fact, they are of the view that if there are any things that the committee would like to get from the JSC, we must make our request in writing, then they will respond in writing. It's not necessary that we have to bring somebody from the JSC for that briefing. So for anything that we do not want information on, we will just have to write to them, then they will respond accordingly in writing. That is the essence of the letter, that the briefing that was scheduled for Tuesday, the JSC, a briefing by the JSC would not be necessary. If there's anything that we want to know, then we can write to them. That is the essence of their letter. Any comments? Honorable
Chair.
Janche.
Put your hand up.
Honorable Janche, and then Honorable Horn.
Yeah, no, Honorable Horn is still just busy getting some instructions there that he must put in.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, he's coerced.
So this very soon we're going to hear him being instructed to put his hand down.
Well, no, both of you are coerced as well. Don't pretend you aren't.
Thank you, Chair. No, Chair, a quick one on the Chief Justice letter. Out of these three letters, there's some overlaps with them, though, but I just wanted, maybe before I go to that, just to make two general points. That I think the first one must be that the process that we're in is not an open-ended process. We have an end date for this. And our target is that when we rise in December, we must have done with this. I think that has to be put up and be clear, especially with Judges Motata and Judge Hlophe, that there are timelines we're operating within. So that's really my first general point. And then on the Chief Justice letter that he wrote, basically where he's saying he doesn't seem to be eager to send officials to come and make presentation as we normally do with the Magistrate Commission. Given our tight deadlines, I wouldn't want us to pursue that and engage with that. And he is asking that any further information we need, they can provide that in writing, if I understand the letter correctly, Chair. I would want to suggest, Chair, that one of the things perhaps that we can do and ask in response, the Judge Hlophe in his letter seemed to be disputing the outcomes or decisions of the tribunal, amongst other things he's raising, arguing it was against natural justice, findings without charge, and without evidence. I would suggest that we have the report of the JSC with us. So we have that complete kind of evidence. But I think for record purposes and emphasis, it would be good that we get the Chief Justice response on behalf of the JSC on those issues that seem to be, for some reason, being disputed in the letter of Judge Hlophe. At the same time, I don't see our legal team here, legal services, or I see now Ms. Lewis is here. It might also help us, Chair, that Ms. Lewis summarizes, as they normally do with us, the Sutherland judgment in which Judge Hlophe, remember, you would have taken these matters to court. So we have that summarized for us. Because some of the issues Judge Hlophe raises in the letter would have come out of that kind of judgment. If we can really get a proper summary of that, and therefore if we're able to attend those, for me, that settles the issue. So we then are good to go in terms of getting that representation from the JSC in the form that we're asking. I will pause there for now on the Chief Justice matter. Thank you.
Honorable Horn, is it Honorable Breitenbach or Honorable Horn?
Thank you, Chair. It's myself.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, so my instructions are, Chair, that are broadly in agreement with the Honourable Janki.
Good.
Yes, Chair, I think we adopted the roadmap, which was done broadly on the advice also of Dr. Loots and Parliamentary Legal Services, for which we are, of course, thankful. I think the Honourable Janki is quite correct that both Judge President Klope and Judge Motata has raised certain issues. In the case of Motata, there is a request for an extension, and in the case of Judge Klope, apart from the issues raised by or discussed just now by the Honourable Janki, there's of course simultaneously a request that we embark on an investigation, it would seem, of the JSC, which of course we should resist at all costs, given the fact that that's not within our authority or our functions. The courts are there available to also take the JSC on review, as has been done successfully in the past by other litigants, and maybe we must just respectfully point the Judge President to that forum. So that's in respect of that matter. Otherwise, Chair, I think we should stick to the roadmap. Maybe ask then the JSC or the Chief Justice on behalf as the head of the JSC for responses to the matters we deem relevant to our performing our functions in this matter, as set out in the letter. I have not seen our communication that went out to the two judges, but in terms of the roadmap, as I have it, Chair, it was to be an invitation to put on record anything relevant to the matter, and specifically factors that they feel that should be considered in mitigation. At this point, I must just also remind yourself and the colleagues, Chair, that at that point, I think we argued, and I think it was also accepted that there should also be an opportunity then, if we are to invite and consider factors working in mitigation, factors working in aggravation, whether that is to be sourced from the JSC or whether we are at some point, and I'm hesitant about that, I must admit, going to ask the public for input. I think we didn't settle on that issue specifically. But yes, maybe to summarize then, I think we should stay true to the process and roadmap adopted. And at this stage, given the fact that both these matters have been in the public domain for very long, and specifically the Klope matter has been paused to give the Judge President an opportunity to embark on a review, which he has not really done. He is giving some reasons in his letter. Whether that is acceptable or not, I don't know whether it is even debatable. I think it is not acceptable reasons as to why he's not brought his review application to conclusion. But the long and the short is, for the sake of the integrity of Parliament and for us not to be implicated as further delaying a matter that really has been taking too long already, I strongly propose that we stick to our process and roadmap. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Jelle.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. And yes, I agree with my colleagues, Chair, Honorable Janji, and then on the two matters. Particularly, Chair, on the issue of Judge Motata, I would want to add, Chair, I agree with Honorable Horn that we stick on our roadmap, but on this issue in particular of the request of Honorable, I mean to say Judge Motata, Chair, you know, we have
Sorry,
also
Honorable,
to be very careful.
sorry, Honorable Jelle. Sorry, Honorable Jelle. I think
Can you hear me, Chair?
Yes, I can hear you. I just say,
Hello?
hello, sorry.
Yes,
Honorable Jelle. Yes. I was
Can you hear
saying,
me?
yes, we can hear you. I was saying, let's deal with them in a sequential manner. Let's first resolve on the issue of the Chief Justice. Then we will go to the issue of Judge Motata and then Judge Hlophe, because if we lump them, because I think there is no disagreement with that the issue raised by the Chief Justice that the JSC was supposed to brief us on Tuesday. Now the issue is that what is going to happen on Tuesday? That has not been solved, that has not been resolved. Before we come to your issue that you are raising, Honorable Jelle, of Judge Motata, I don't think that we have a way forward on the issue of the JSC, because it has got an impact on our program for Tuesday. So I was going to, if maybe I were to summarize the discussions on that issue, that will it be possible that we can just ask the Parliamentary Legal Services to do the briefing, just to give us a background on each case, what happened, what was the decision, just the procedures that were followed, so that we don't stall the process. Will that be fine?
I'm in agreement with that approach, Chair.
Thank you very much. Is there any disagreement with that?
I support Honorable Breitenberg.
Okay, so there is no disagreement. Dr. Lutz?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, just for clarity, will the members be, will it be in order if I just speak to it as an oral opinion in giving a presentation on the steps taken in both cases and the outcomes of the relevant judgments? Because just putting everything in writing, we usually have a 7 working day turnaround time, and I'm just scared that's going to delay things a bit. But if members are willing to accept my oral presentation as sufficient, then I can do so by Tuesday, Chair.
Well, I don't think it should be a problem. What is important is members understanding what happened, what was the background, what was the decision. Immediately you speak, I mean, it will be on record. So unless members have a problem with that, Honorable Janji?
Chair, I have no problem with that, and that we can do that on Tuesday, but I don't see a problem with Ms. Lewis to even submit that even thereafter for our own records.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is much better, yes. So will you be fine with that, Dr. Lutz?
That's in order. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much. I think members, I think we have a way forward on the issue raised by the Chief Justice. Can we move now to the second matter, which is the request by Judge Motata to have an extension until the 30th of November. So Honorable Jele, you were talking on that issue. You can proceed.
Thank you, Chair. My apologies, colleagues. I was talking on that issue, Chair, Judge Motata, that my view is going to be, Chair, that let's agree at least 2 weeks. Give her extra 2 weeks, Chair. I think the reason is because, Chair, we don't want the judge maybe to use that as the issue of us not. We're not saying it's him who must tell us what to do, but we are saying we want to make it in a manner that we don't have loopholes. We don't have somebody to come and say, no, I requested this because of my reasons that I've put forward, and now because of that, I'm not able to respond in a manner that the committee maybe want me to respond. Because, Chair, if we're going to agree on the 30th, it can be a problem also. Because when are we going to get time to read whatever that will be the response from Judge Motata? So I think that 2 weeks will give us enough time also to look into whatever that he would have made as a submission, and then we are able to make it a determination out of that, Chair. But 2 weeks is enough, but not a month. 2 weeks is okay, Chair. We can add that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Breitenbach, is that the old hand or a new hand?
It's a new hand, Chair.
Okay.
Yes. Chair, I think our immediate reaction would be that for the respectfully, for the same price and for the same time that it took to draft a letter to ask for the extension, it really the what we have asked for in our request could have been settled on as well. So it would seem that if there's time to meet up with an attorney and to then draft a letter requesting for an extension as lengthy as the letter was, that then one has to wonder why that same time was not spent in just cooperating with this Committee of Parliament in order to enable us to finalize the matter. So therefore, one's first reaction would be that this seems to be possibly an attempt to delay, and I think the sense of the Honourable Maseko Jele that the end of November, if we accede to that request, could lead to a situation where we place this Parliament under pressure to finalize the matter as we want to do. So therefore, at the most 2 weeks, Chair, but in agreeing to that, we're placing our discomfort with this approach on the record. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Horn. Honourable Ngola.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I think I've widely been covered by the members who spoke before me. Chair, what we want, what we need actually to do is to play a balancing act. You balance the fact that this is not an open-handed process, and Parliament will need to finalize it within its reasonable time, and equally balance the issue of reasonable fairness to the request. So I wish to support the view that let's give Judge Motata until the 15th of next month, as opposed to the 30th of next month. So I wanted to propose that. I think it will be in accordance to the 2 weeks approach that other members are proposing. So I wanted to propose that, Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members. I think we, is there anyone who's got a different view? No, I think we are agreeing to that. Then there is this letter from Judge Hlophe, which I think we've all received. I think the first issue is taking an issue with the issue of a judicial fact, that the decision of the JSC is taken by the committee as a judicial fact, is taking an issue with that. And then secondly, he is saying that he has appealed, and so that is why it is not a judicial fact, because the issue is not yet ripe for a decision. And then the issue that I think Comrade Janchi has raised, that Comrade Horn, Comrade Werner Horn has raised, that he is raising an issue that we must investigate some of the decisions of the JSC. And yeah, so broadly those generally are the issues, but it's a long letter with annexures, 135 pages. So Honorable Janchi was suggesting that we, working with Dr. Lutz, we sift out issues that we think that in the process the JSC through the Chief Justice needs to respond to whilst we are processing the letter. I'm not sure whether I summarized it correctly, members.
You did, Chair, correctly, except calling Werner Horn comrade.
Oh, no, he is my comrade.
I can be a comrade if Janki agrees to be a commissioner.
I hear.
Agrees to be what? Agrees to be what?
A commissioner.
Okay. So then what is the way forward after this summary, honorable members? Because the other thing that we must also bear in mind is that anybody who would want to ask us to delay or not to proceed, I think we'll have to interdict the process. The process cannot stop now. Honorable Breitenbach.
Yeah, no, thank you, Chair. I think your last comment is very apt, specifically also given the specific history of this matter after it has been referred to Parliament. And on your previous suggestion as to the way to deal with this lengthy letter, I'm in agreement with that approach, that we asked for guidance as part of the briefing by the Parliamentary Legal Services. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So maybe Dr. Lutz, so you will brief us on the two issues on Tuesday, and then you will submit you will submit your document after briefing us. But we would also need a detailed response on some of the issues that Judge Hlophe has raised. And I think it will be also important to check whether indeed he did appeal. But even if he did, I think how we dealt with the Jiba and Mkhoibe matter was that even if you have appealed but without a specific interdict from the court, Parliament would need to proceed. So you can, because there is this issue of a judicial fact, all the issue, I think you will identify the issues that would need a guidance on the side of the Parliamentary Legal Services, even sifting out those issues that we would need to ask the JSC to respond on. And also, if you can get a summary, as Honorable Janchi raised, of the judgment of the Southern High Court by Deputy Judge President Sutherland, that we are finished also with that, because I've been made aware that most of the issues that he is raising are covered in that judgment. Honorable Janche.
No, Chair, I support both Honorable Horn's last comments and your summary, that we should proceed in that manner. We have no legal impediment from proceeding with our work. So that I would really agree to that. But maybe as an issue for us at the end, when we're done with all of this to pack, it's also as part of this legacy report and handover. When we're done with the two matters, we must find a way to really think about the JSC processes. Because Parliament can't just pretend as if it's just happy with how things have happened. I mean, 12 years in the Constitutional Court is a term for a judge. And so you have a matter beyond that. It's just something else. It's unacceptable. And somebody has got to attend to that. I'm just raising something separate. And I'm saying perhaps as part of our own last interventions, when we're done with that, we need to think about those kind of things, because it looks like the way JAC proceeded with some of these matters, there's some fixing that is needed. But let me pause there.
Thank you very much, Honorable Judge. And I also think that as part of our legislative amendments, we might also, the 7th Parliament might need to look at the JSC Act, because I don't think that this is I think 7th Parliament would need to do with 2 or more of these cases that might be coming to Parliament. Thank you very much, members. I think when this matter was referred to us, people thought it might just be a simple process. But as we know that legal matters, sometimes they might appear to be simple, but people just complicate them. But we still have to stick to what does Section 177 of the Constitution say in terms of our own responsibility in this matter. We are not a review body, we are not an appeal body. So it will be important just to stick to what that section says with respect to this particular matter. Because at the end, we might, if we would be tempted to want to behave as a review body or as an appeal body, then we might be, in fact, we might be in breach of the separation of powers. So that is one issue that I wanted to raise. I think we are done with this matter. So we are proceeding on Tuesday, Dr. Lutz, and then we will brief us on Tuesday. And then the opinion, how much time do you need, Dr. Lutz, for the opinion to the response to Judge President Lopez's letter?
Chair, it will depend also on any clarifying questions that the committee may add on Tuesday. In theory, I would aim to have it submitted by next week Friday, but that will be subject to anything that may be added. If something pops up, a legal question that I would need to research. But in general, I think, as I understand, Chair, it's to address the issues of can the committee proceed, the concerns raised by Judge Lope in the letter, and an overview of the judgment that should if it stays within those perimeters, I should have the written opinion to the committee on next Friday.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, members. Can we, Dr. Lutz, you are released if if you've got other issues to attend to. But I guess that you are part of the cannabis bill processes.
Yes, Chair.
Oh, thank you very much. Members, do you want us to break for lunch? And then after lunch, then we can resume with cannabis, or do you want us to take cannabis so that when we break, we are released, we are done for the day?
I think we can proceed after a short break, Chair.
Short break. Can we take 15 minutes? 15 minutes until...
I agree, Chair. That's fine. 15 minutes is okay.
Yeah, until 1:15.
So that will be 20 minutes. But thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
Recording stopped.